Right. And the Biden administration now, perhaps belatedly on behalf of the U.S., is trying to do something about this, trying to repatriate or encourage at least domestic manufacturing of semiconductors through the bipartisan CHIPS Act, which provides about $39 billion in subsidies to encourage domestic manufacturing, another 10 or 11 billion in R&D spending. It's an incredibly ambitious effort on behalf of U.S. industry of the kind that we really haven't seen in quite some time. There are already some mixed views as to its prospects for success. Morris Chang, who I know you know, the founder of Taiwan's TSMC, has called the CHIPS Act, quote, a wasteful and expensive exercise in futility, close quote. What's your view of it? Is he right?
Well, I don't think he's right. I think the right way to look at the CHIPS Act is as an insurance policy. It's certainly going to be expensive, but it would be a lot more expensive to have a Chinese attack or blockade on Taiwan in the absence of efforts to rebuild chip making capacity elsewhere. And so I think if you look at the CHIPS Act in the US, similar efforts in Europe, Japan, India, and other countries, what you see is globally there's a desire by many governments to rebalance the semiconductor supply chain and to add a bit more geographic diversification in case something goes wrong in the Taiwan Straits and China escalates militarily. It's probably not the most likely option. China is probably going to be deterred from attacking Taiwan, but the cost of a Chinese attack would be catastrophic. We'd see Great Depression levels of disruption to global manufacturing. And so I think the CHIPS Act has to be seen as an effort to insure ourselves against this very dangerous risk.